The lazy idea that people don't want to work still gets floated out there by companies and people who do hiring, and it's factually incorrect. And whenever I hear somebody say that, I immediately discredit them as unserious because people want to work not because they want your job, but because bills and obligations and just existing on this blue rock cost money. And that is a pathway to doing it. If you are having a problem hiring, make the conditions better for people to want to work there. Forget the benefits, forget the perks, just up the salary range a little bit. People will definitely be a little bit happier. Um, this leads into the San Diego problem and problems that we might start seeing pop up in other areas where cost of living is high and the pay appropriate to that cost of living is low. San Diego's beautiful. When we moved here, everyone told us how expensive it was. For us, we did not find it to be all that more expensive than where we came from in the Twin Cities up in Minnesota. But what I have noticed spending a lot of my time in the workforce is that there are a sizable amount of jobs that are proudly paying between 18 and 23 an hour. 23 an hour is below 50K a year. 50K a year is not good living in a place like San Diego where your rent is going to be two to three, maybe even $4,000 a month, depending on where you are living. Um, the issues that we are going to start seeing as it relates to the low pay in relation to the cost, I think we're going to start seeing with gas prices. Now, gas here is depending on where you go. I know that I was finding gas for under $5, and that dream died. But 550, 6, pushing 650. What's going to happen when somebody's like, "Yeah, I can't afford to go to work"? Haven't heard that one before. Like you go to work so that you can afford to do other things, but no. Like if you've got to commute to work, and gas is what $2 more than it was a couple months ago, and maybe you've got rent due, you've got a credit card due, you've got insurance due. Those are all much more important than your job. That roof over your head, being able to eat food. If you get paid in a couple of days and you've got a bill due, I know which one I would be picking. I would be picking that and I'd be calling out of work because if you can't afford to go to work, but you have the money allocated for those other things, got to make those decisions. We are going to see a lot of these new issues pop up with this supply chain problem and the current state of affairs. And these are just things that we haven't seen before. And it's going to be interesting to see what that dialogue looks like, how people counter it, because that's real, that's valid. We're just going to have to adjust. So, something to think about. As always, like, subscribe, engage, get you in the next one.